Okay, so we're all mortgage lenders. I mean, this is what we do every day, right? So where did that start? I want to know where that started for everybody, like how old everybody was, I mean, I know my story, but we haven't ever actually talked about that. So, okay, start here. Leanne.
Like when I bought my first house.
Uh-huh.
So I was 20 years old, and that was almost 30 years ago.
Oh, you didn't have to take it that far. We were going to ask you how old you were.
I'm 49, and it's, you get proud when you get to this age.
So how many houses have you gone through?
So I have owned 4 houses in the last 30 years. So after that initial purchase, we decided we liked the house next door better. And so we bought the house next door about 5 years later. Don't ever move next door. Like that was a bigger pain than you think.
Yeah.
And then about 20 years later, bought another one and then built a new one recently.
Do you remember the loan type on the first house that you got?
On the very first one, it was a USDA loan because we were babies. We were 20 years old. We didn't
zero down.
Zero down. We had no money and nowhere to get any from. Like
Yeah. So let's skip forward to your most recent house. From the time you started your first house, you put in $0 into it.
Yep.
Whenever you sold your last house, how much money did you make off of that house?
Off the sale of the last house, about $160,000.
So you like equity, literally. That's what we talk about all the
Absolutely.
time.
And we built that very first house 30 years ago for $72,696. And it sold 2 years ago for $300,000.
That is crazy. That takes us to a really good point because, obviously there's some generational gaps between us here, but that's kind of what makes us special on that. So
Absolutely.
Hannah has already done that in her lifetime too.
Yeah.
Bought your first house.